No matter what level we're on, we all sometimes struggle with our melodies. Making great melodies is one of the most important skills when it comes to producing, and sometimes, especially in the beginning, it can be a really daunting and long process. And especially if you don't know any music theory, which is majority of us producers, sometimes we might not know exactly where to start. Well, save your worries, because in this video, I'm going to be going over the easiest step-by-step process to making great melodies that are also sounding unique. I use this process for almost every loop that I make when it comes to any genre, really. And in turn, it's helped me step up my melody game and allowed me to be consistent with making my loops, even when I'm going through like loop block or beat block. Important announcement. I've been working on this loop kit for like the past 3 months now, but my Vindicta loop kit, which is going to have 40 plus loops, is going to be dropping on October 25th. This is going to be my best loop kit by far, and it has my best loops in the style of Nardo Wick, Lil Baby, Lil Durk, pretty much the Dark and Evil style. But yeah, just keep that in mind. I'll keep you guys updated about it. Let's get into the video. Alright y'all, so the first thing to do starts before even making any of the melody, which is determining what vibe or feeling you want to go to, and then from that determining what tempo you're going to use from there on. You don't always have to do this, especially if you just want to be like experimental with your melodies, or you just want to kind of mess around and see what you can come up with. But for me right now, I want to make something like kind of synthetic but also modern and melodic at the same time. Probably need somebody in the style like Lil Uzi Vert. So because of that, I'm going to raise up my tempo to, holy god, not 300. And now because I know what vibe and feeling I want to go for with the melodies, I know what VST I want to use, which is going to be Serum. Serum has a lot of those electric synthetic sounds. They also have things like keys and synths and pads, which can really help with developing that melodic sound with it. What VST you're using for your melodies is really a crucial part in making your melody, because if you're going to make like a piano melody or something, you're not going to want to go to like X-Band and get a piano from there that sounds like fucking plastic. No hate on X-Band, but what you're going to want to do is you want to go to like Addictive Keys or maybe Omnisphere. So really choosing what VST you're going to use is crucial. Now that we have Serum open, I'm going to go to Sunboy's new Allure Serum Bank. This kit is going to be perfect for me because I mean it has all the sounds that I need for what genre I'm going for. And as you can see in just this kit, it has a variety of all the different sounds that we need to make a melody. Sunboy is a producer that I've worked with a lot in my videos. If you guys have been watching me for a minute, then you guys know that I use his kits a lot, just because of how compact with great sounds they are and how much quality he puts inside to making his kits. If you guys watching this make a lot of melodic hyper pop or those like synthetic rage kind of style of beats, then I'm definitely recommending that you guys go check out this Allure Serum Bank, because this kit has a ton of unique and experimental sounds in that kind of genre, and I think it'll really help you step up your melody game, especially if you need something with good quality sounds. And I know that not everybody watching this has Serum, so Sunboy also released an Allure one-shot bank that pretty much just has all the same sounds but just in a one-shot version, so you guys can just download it and use it. So I'm going to leave a link in the description so you guys can go check out both of those kits if you're interested. And also make sure you use the code Lucent20 so you can get 20% off. Anyways, now that we have our right VST, I'm going to need to find a sound that I can use for the beginning main melody. Kind of like this. So once you find the right sound that you're going to use for your melody, the next thing that you're going to want to do is you want to start with your root notes, and then once you have your root note pattern down, then you want to build off of that into chords, most likely. So your root notes are pretty much self-explanatory. They're going to be the root of your entire chord. So getting a solid and catchy root note pattern is going to be crucial, especially for building the rest of your melody. So pretty much what you do is you just start on one note. You can choose whatever note you want. Then I like to play along with my tempo and kind of get the root note on point of where I want each chord to hit. And if we just listen to the basic root note pattern here, you can see that it's something like catchy and it's like really easy to like hum to if you were to hum to it. But that's pretty much what you're going to be looking for a root note pattern. You're just going to want to find something that sounds relatively catchy and sounds good together. But now that we have our root notes down, the next thing that you want to do is you want to start to build your chords around that. Now I'm going to raise this up just like a few semitones. Alright, so pretty much these are the most simple chords that you can get. What I pretty much just have are major and minor chords mixed together, but I'm sure that most of you that are watching this don't really know music theory and how chords are structured, and really you don't need to know that, because all you need is right there. Your freaking ear and your brain. What you want to do is you just want to get your root note and you want to get another note, and you just want to keep going up until you find something that matches nicely, until you get 3 notes in total that sound good, something like this. If I were to put like the E down here and then like an F here, you see how that kind of just sounds more off? All you really need to do is experiment with building your chords from your root notes, and then once you have that, then you can start to move on. Even if you want, you can just keep adding more notes, 4-note chords or even 5-note chords. But once you get a solid main melody, that's when you can start to move on. The next step after you have your main melody is now you want to layer your melody. The easiest way to make your melody sound more interesting and more unique and sound a lot more full is to just layer them with another sound. For example, in a lot of like pain songs and pain beats, a lot of people layer their piano melodies with like a pad in the background or like an ambient synth. What you just got to do is once you get your main melody, just copy and paste it into your VST and then find a new sound that you can use. Because we have a synth, what I'm going to do is I want to layer it with something like more laid back, so I'm going to choose like a pad. Just like a really smooth background pad that matches perfectly and kind of blends in with the main melody, because if we play it together, that sounds a lot more full. Now you can even go on to layer them even more with more unique sounds, like you can add like arps and stuff like that with the same chords. Those can also make like a more unique twist to them and make them sound a lot more bouncy. But now pretty much after you layer your melodies, what you're going to do is you're going to need to add more secondary melodies. Now the key with secondary melodies is it's kind of broad, but you need to choose the right sound for them. You should already have like a pretty good feeling of which way your melodies are going. My melody right now is like synthetic, but it's also really smooth and melodic. So I want to choose secondary melodies that kind of go the same way as that. Alright, so I have this pluck here in Serum that I think will really match well with the melodies that we have now. Just have like a kind of bouncy melodic pluck here. It's just like a clean pluck that kind of matches with the rest of the melodies or kind of just blends into it almost. Now like I said in the previous step, you can keep on layering the melodies if you want. Like if you make a secondary melody, then you can layer that with another sound too. Right now I want to add like a bass. Now that we have that bass down, this is going to be the last melody, just going to add like a lead of some sort. Now there is one final thing that you can do to make your melody sound even better, and that is one, through experimenting with the semitones. What I mean by that is I can take all of this and then let's say I shifted up 3 semitones for each one, like this. And then you can just mess around, go down or go up to see what sounds best in your opinion. Then the last thing that I really like to do is I like to route all of these to a certain channel. Then I like to add like different effects that I have, like maybe delay. Like I'll go here and then I'll go to like some fruity flanger or something. Then for this we'll go to like some HYTP2. And oh, I forgot one last final step. That is going on YouTube and learning. You can go on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and you can learn so much from other producers online. For example, when I was talking about Sunboy in the beginning, he also has his own YouTube channel where he posts his sound kits and even tutorials similar to this one so that you guys can keep on learning. I'd definitely go check out Sunboy's videos because he has a ton of gems in here that you guys can learn. But anyways, y'all, that is going to wrap it up for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you guys learned something from this. Feel free to subscribe if you guys feel like you learned something, and you guys can go check out my Instagram at ProdLucent. But that's going to wrap it up for me, y'all. I'll catch you on the next video coming very soon. But until then, I'm out.
Play that back, Lucent.